Hey there, Autumn Hazers. Welcome back to Autumn Haze. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the place where we embrace every emotion, celebrate reinvention, and live our truth, no matter what society says, as single, middle-aged people. I'm an Autumn Hazer myself, navigating life in my early 50s as a solo ager. My name is Riah, and I'll humbly be your guide on this journey through life's autumn season. In this video, I want to have a heartfelt chat about something we rarely discuss openly: dealing with depression as a solo ager. Have you ever felt that sudden, overwhelming sadness that seems to creep into your heart without warning? One moment you're enjoying life, and the next, you're hit by a heavy blanket of melancholy that makes you question everything. And it seems to happen more and more in this season, especially as a solo ager. If that sounds familiar, stick with me, because today we're exploring how these feelings sneak up on us, and more importantly, talk about how we can gently let them go. You know, for a long time, society painted solo agers as inherently sad. The stereotype was that if you haven't built a family or a traditional home, you're doomed to a life of loneliness and tears. But the truth is far more nuanced. Depression isn't about your marital status or family size. It's about the emotional baggage we all carry. Sometimes it arrives silently, unnoticed, until suddenly it overwhelms us. It's not that we're destined to be sad. It's that life's changes, losses, transitions, and unmet expectations can create an emotional storm. And yes, in our autumn season, it's natural to experience both joy and sorrow. Our emotions, like the changing leaves, are part of our journey. The key is not to let that sadness define us, but to acknowledge it, process it, and then let it go. So, let's get real. Sometimes we cling to negative energy without even knowing it. Maybe you find yourself holding on to past regrets, old wounds, or outdated beliefs about what your life should be. These are the weights that slow us down and keep us from soaring. For example, perhaps you feel that you should have achieved more by now, or you compare your journey to others, leading to a persistent sense of inadequacy. Or maybe an offhand comment, a gloomy scene on a subway, or even a particularly emotional Korean drama scene. That's me. Triggers an avalanche of sadness. It feels like the depression comes out of nowhere, blindsiding you, until you're left wondering, what's wrong with me? But here's the truth. These emotions are not a sign of failure. They are signals. They tell us that something needs to change. And by recognizing them, you give yourself the power to let them go. So I thought I would share with you in this video some steps, powerful steps, to help you identify and release the negative energy that may be holding you back. I find that these strategies aren't about forcing yourself to be happy all the time. They're about creating space for genuine joy and living authentically. This is the first thing you probably need to address, which is to figure out what negative energy is taking up space in your psyche and your heart, and acknowledge those feelings exist within you. Folks, we have just got to allow ourselves to feel. It's actually natural and okay to feel and be sad sometimes, so acknowledging your emotions is the first step towards this very important healing. Some of you will probably think this is woo-woo, but I tell you the best solutions and remedies that work are woo-woo. Why not try to take a few moments each day to just sit with your feelings and journal to map out what you're experiencing so you can begin to identify and understand the triggers? Let me encourage you to start a feelings journal, where you can write down your emotions without judgment. Over time, you'll notice patterns that help you understand what you need to let go. And have you paid much attention to how you talk to yourself lately? Some of us talk real bad and are super negative with and about ourselves. I mean, we can be downright mean to ourselves. And if we are, we should try to reframe our narrative. Instead of thinking, I'm alone and unfulfilled, reframe your thoughts to, I am on a journey of self-discovery and reinvention. Remember, our past does not define us. Our choices today shape our future. So don't poo-poo this as well, but do try to start to use positive affirmations like, I am enough and I deserve happiness, to gently push out the negative thoughts. Put them up in frames around your house or as post-it notes on your bathroom mirror. And I know I go on about this next step, Autumn Hazers, and that's because I feel this is so essential to the success of any journey we are on or decide to take. I also know it is the most challenging to do, but we should cultivate a supportive network. Even if you're a solo ager, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out to friends, join support groups, or even consider online counseling. Sharing your experiences can lighten the emotional load and help you feel understood. Just please, it's got to be carefully put together. The qualifying trait is to know that and are confident that you have a high level of trust of that person who is in your support network and that they always try to build you up. Maybe find a local or online community where you can share your journey and exchange support. Sometimes just knowing that others are experiencing similar challenges can be incredibly empowering. I think sometimes we misunderstand routine. Let's talk about that next. Yes, it is a challenging thing to follow, but there are different kinds. But I say, why not create a routine that nourishes you? A routine of doing the things regularly and that top up your positive energy, perhaps? And yes, that dreaded thing called structure can actually be a tool for staying positive and to achieve incredible healing. Create a daily routine that includes time for self-care, whether it's a quiet morning meditation, an afternoon walk in nature, or a cozy evening with your favorite book or K-drama. Again, Korean drama lover here, guilty as charged. These small rituals reinforce your commitment to yourself. Incorporate activities that recharge you. Even a 10-minute mindfulness practice or a simple stretching session can reset your mood and bring clarity. Okay, this next step feels like an obvious thing to share, but this is a great step to help you stave off depression or sadness. And that's to try to focus on your future, not your past. Finally, remember that your journey is ongoing. Every day is a new opportunity to build the life you want. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, focus on what you can create. Set small, achievable goals that inspire you and remind you of your potential. Break your goals into micro tasks. If they feel too much or too many to try at once, then they'll become more manageable, and you can celebrate each small win. Over time, these wins build momentum and a more positive outlook. Well, these steps are all what I have for you in this video, Autumn Hazers. There are tons more things you can do. So when that heavy blanket of sadness creeps in, remember, it's not about denying your feelings, but it's about acknowledging them and choosing to move forward with a lighter load. Let's support each other on this journey of healing, reinvention, and authentic living as we age alone. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What negative emotion or baggage are you ready to let go of? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's start a conversation, because even on the internet, we can lift each other up. If you found this video valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to Autumn Haze, and turn on notifications so you never miss a heart-to-heart conversation. I love this quote from Najwa Zibian. This mountain you are carrying, you were only supposed to climb. Have you been carrying your mountains in this autumn season of our lives, Autumn Hazers? Please put it down. Let's climb the mountain together, step by step towards a greater degree of peace, freedom, and happiness.